Well, all right. Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. ER here, joined by my partner, Guy. We're with Elify, and we are talking to you about Elify Sprint Planning. So you're on this call because you're an Elify affiliate, and you want to set yourself up for success in general. And one of the things that I know, Guy, you and I talk about is when we have these big goals, sometimes it's easier to break them down into sizable chunks. And we like to work in the terms of weeks. We know there's about 52 weeks to the year. And interestingly enough, if we just take a step back, take a deep breath, we'll realize there's about 28 weeks left in 2021. So when we break it down into this big, long, everybody started out the year like, I'm going to hit the ground running hard, and I've got this big, long New Year's resolution. The reality is like 90% of people have failed in their resolutions back in February. And one of the advantages that we have in focusing on sprint planning is really reminding ourselves and resetting ourselves every single week. And I think that's one of those things that, Guy, I know you and I had Father's Day this weekend. You had your first Father's Day, and you check out, you immerse yourself, you replenish, you recharge, and then you're ready to plug back in on Monday and start the week over again. And I think that's a big thing that we want to have these calls to remind everybody that today is a new day. Today is a fresh start, and today is the day we're going to set our plan, our intention, everything to move forward in our business. So if you're one of those people who set a New Year's resolution back in January and maybe fell short of accomplishing that resolution, maybe lost sight of that resolution, look, this is your reminder to start fresh. Today is a new day. You can't change yesterday or the day before, but you have absolute control over your choices today and what you can do to make choices that will direct your future. And that's what we're talking about. I know we cover some typical sheets. This is our sprint planning sheet. This is in the affiliate assets. We talk about the wheel of life. And Guy, I actually took an opportunity to get one of these, print it out, and write all over it, going through everything. Michael Ray and Edwin talk about balancing our wheel of life, guys. This is critical. It's all encompassing, right? So whether it's physical, it's family, it's mental, financial, spiritual, career, or personal, where are you, and are you balanced? Are you balanced with a 1 out of 1 on all of these and you have a lot of work? Are you a 10 out of 10 on all of these and you're really living a balanced life? Are there some things that are off balance that you need to put some time, energy, and focus in this week? Make it a priority to work on. Those are the things that we want to be really thinking about. And, you know, Guy, we all know we all have the same 86,400 seconds in the day, right? 24 hours just like everybody else. And we really want to prioritize our time so we're making forward progress. That's what sprint planning is about. If I thought about what are 3 things that I could do every single day in the chaos of life that I have going on all around me, doesn't matter whether it's the regular 9 to 5, it's the kids, it's just the stress of everyday stuff. What are 3 high priority items that you could be doing each and every day to take and move you forward in what your objectives are? If that's in your physical health, if that's in your career or your financial position, you want to be looking at those things and allocating time, prioritizing your time to focus on those things. So for Elify, maybe that's starting to really dial in your content that you've created. Maybe you got on, you spun up a few cards, but you really need to dial those in so that you can feel confident in the content that you're sharing out to your prospects. Maybe you haven't generated a lead using Shuffle yet, and you need to spend time this week creating a lead capture form in a campaign and broadcasting it out there on social and generating some new leads. Maybe it's follow-up, and you've been getting those Shuffle follow-up reminders, push notifications to your phone, but you've been ignoring them, and now it's like they keep totaling up. Hey, all of a sudden I've got 25 overdue follow-ups. Look, the fortune is in the follow-up. We want to be identifying the things that we can do this week to make forward progress. That's what sprint planning is all about. And it's going to be different for each of us. Guy and I have already allocated what are our high priority items that we're going to be focused on this week. And in fact, we do it leading into this call. So this is just your reminder to do it for yourself. What are revenue generating activities that you can be doing for this week? There's a lot of things going on. So let's talk about those things. Guy, I'm going to pull up the week at a glance calendar. Let's talk about some fixed events that we have going on. If you want to speak to these, I can scroll through. And here's the stream share right now. Oh, did it? There we go.
There we go. You know, I just want to piggyback on a little bit of what you're saying. ER, you and I have always been goal oriented. And I think there's a huge element that people can take from that, or at least get a framework on creating a goal and working towards it. And obviously with our sprint planning, 52 weeks out of the year, you can't achieve one goal in your first week. If your big goal is to have a certain amount of income or a certain amount of people on your team, or the financial, the location, all the different freedoms that we talk about, then it's not done within a week. And go get a lottery ticket if that's what you're looking for, and hopefully your odds are better than everyone else's odds that are trying to get the same lottery ticket. But I think during this time of year, I really start reflecting, and it happens to almost be every 4 years, even though it moved into the 5th year this year, is the Olympics, the Olympic trials. And we always talk about it that, there's one race that everyone's working towards to be the Olympic champion, to win, and what it takes to be there. And I think the same thing happens with business. If you were to step back and say, in order to be an Olympic champion, in order to be successful at business, it's rarefied air, right? People that work hard are the ones that will achieve that success. It's sort of the dream is free. Everyone has a dream, but the achievement is going to take some work. And it's not, rolling over at 7 o'clock in the morning, 6:30, whatever, whenever your alarm clock goes off, and turn it off and go back to sleep and sort of put everything off for the day. We really are, trying to work towards that life, living life by design, or having significance in your life, living a legacy. And that's where those individuals have been working towards. And I really think people, when they're in business, should be striving for the same thing. And again, rarefied air. Not many people reach that, right? You think about successful people or significant people, you can name them, right? But there's probably people along the path that those successful people were associated with that probably could have gone down the same path as them, that just didn't put the effort in, didn't put the time in. And there's opportunities all across this world, opportunities online, offline, wherever they may be. We're just one from the standpoint of an Elify opportunity that we bring something towards you. I almost think that it's a little bit like we're providing a camp where you can come to and you can learn. So from that, ER, you can pull up your We Go to Glance card. And what we're doing is providing just small little essential trainings, classes that you can go to and refresh, remind yourself of, these are things that I can do. So right now we're in the sprint planning, right? This is where I'm going to sit down. I'm going to take my wheel of life. Mine's over on the wall. I've got to adjust it since there's been a big change in my life. And I've got to readjust that because a lot of things are going towards family right now. But knowing for my family to get where I want them to be, to have that life by design, to live a legacy, there's a lot we're going to get done here. And ER and I have always talked about it. And there's a lot we're going to push through Elify to help ourselves in life, as well as each and every one of you, to reach your significance. So we've got sprint planning happening right now. Tomorrow we've got training. I know ER on another tab, you actually have exactly what time that training is with Kathy. One thing we did point out on last Friday with the founders is there is so much that Kathy is doing from these trainings, from the standpoint of taking suggestions, asking people where would they have refinement, those different types of elements. And she's coming back to ER and I. She's coming back and working directly with our development team to say, hey, here's some refinement issues. Here's some things that we could work on. And she is really helping us drive that from the standpoint of the deliverable product and where Shuffle really is going. I think she's got a great eye for networking, for marketing, and where Elify really is going. So we've got that training tomorrow with Kathy. That is at 3 p.m. Central tomorrow, 2 p.m. Mountain, adjust for your time zone. Then we get into Wednesday, one of the best days from the standpoint of leaning in and learning and just getting involved with Michael, Ray, and Edwin. These guys are world-class. They're trainers. We've had a phenomenal opportunity to get them to join our team. We were blessed, essentially, to have them as a part of us. We do these trainings on Wednesday evenings. Don't take them for granted. We've talked about that there's some changes happening within the Elify offering, and one of these will be a training. So the trainings on Facebook on Wednesday evenings, they'll be available from the standpoint of you can watch the recordings, but there is coming a time where you've got to be subscribed in order to get these types of trainings, because they're going to start really dropping some knowledge on a lot of people. So we've got those trainings on Wednesday. Thursday is a day for yourself to get reflection, to status check yourself for the week, where you're at, making sure that you can finish the week strong. Then we get into Friday with the founders, and one of my favorite days of the week. Obviously, it's Friday, and then we, get the opportunity to hang out with our affiliates. We made some great little announcements this last Friday. If you haven't had an opportunity to watch that, we're not really streaming those live over onto Facebook. We're going to stream them directly to our YouTube channel. So make sure you're part of Go Elify on YouTube. You'll be able to watch those live as well as they are recorded. Just because Facebook doesn't like to play well with some of the platforms we're on. So let's just work with YouTube if that's the case. And then we wrap the week up with the Discover Call, where Michael and Edwin, again, come back in and give you an opportunity to bring individuals that you want to have them learn about Elify, as well as coming in and learning the lingo yourself, from what is Elify, what is Shuffle, what is the opportunity, making sure that you feel educated to present it yourself, but in the meantime, have someone do it for you who knows the background, who knows the story. These are always available here on Saturday morning with Michael and Edwin. That is, I believe they do that one within a Zoom channel. So they're not really recorded. They're live events. We will be presenting some of those very soon in a sort of push and play element, where you can send anyone to a pre-recorded one that will give everyone the information available. Also, I do want to point out that there are some things that ER and I have been talking about. We made an announcement. We're pretty excited that we've talked about it earlier this year. We're wanting to meet all of you. We're wanting to have that opportunity. So we did announce on Friday we are having a live event in Dallas on October 1st and 2nd. We're still working on the refinement from the standpoint of your checkout forms, being able to purchase your tickets. There are a few places that we're still working with, communicating, figuring out where exactly it's going to be. But we do know for a fact it is going to be October 1st and 2nd. So look for that. There is going to be limited space available just based on where we're going to be hosting this, but there's going to be a lot of training. I'm almost thinking that here it is: elevate your business, simplify your life, learn how to live your life by design. But it's also a concept of get your business fit. Like, you need to get fit in business, and there's an opportunity here. We're going to have speakers come in. It's not all Elify. It's not all Shuffle. It's going to be marketing. It's going to be online marketing. It's going to be sales. It's going to be operations, different types of things where experts are going to come in and have an opportunity to speak with you. And we will then have breakout sessions where we can get in directly with someone within the Elify corporate team and learn the ins and outs of Shuffle. We will also be making announcements on stage there of different offerings. From Elify, you've all been offered the offering of taking Shuffle to the market. There's a few other elements that we look to be bringing and releasing there. obviously, if you're there, you get first opportunity to run with it and get it out into the market before the following week when we make the announcement to the field and everyone else who didn't attend. But there's going to be some great things. We also have made the announcement, and ER, if you want to bring up the screen where it's just you and I, and take your card if you have that beside you, your tap card. We are going to be releasing a new feature function. It's going to be called Tap by Elify, where you can essentially take a hardware card and tap it onto individuals' phones, and it will load through near-field communication, NFC communication, into their phone, into their contacts. It will present them with your shuffle information. This is a product that we will be offering where you can purchase as many as you would like. You can drive other individuals who maybe need to learn about Shuffle and Elify to purchase it, or people who may not even be interested but are interested in the physical novel card that they can take out and be in networking, just tap it to people's phones in order for them to receive their contact information. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be available, and we're also going to be running that through our affiliate program, so you can make an earning on that. It will be a one-time only earning based on, it is not a subscription-based solution. But with that, ER, I will sort of pass it back to you, and we can close it out for the rest of this day and get everyone going through the rest of their week on sprint planning.
Yeah, sounds good. And thanks so much, Guy. Look, if you're watching this, do you have a plan is the big question. We come on here every single Monday for the sole purpose of reminding you to make a plan. Why? We've already made our plan. We're going to hang up this live. We're going to go into executing our plan. And the question is, will you be doing the same? Because those who plan are going to be better off accomplishing their plan. They've got it in writing. They can look at it. They can see what they've accomplished, and they know what needs to get accomplished. If you have a plan and it's up in your head, put it down in writing. That's the next step, and then execute on what's in writing. If you have not made a plan, this is your reminder to make a plan. You know, Guy, you mentioned every 4 years we have the Olympics. Now it's been 5 years, and I've been watching all of the Olympic trial stuff going on, and I'm looking at all of these athletes that are really at the pinnacle of their game, and they've been putting in all of this hard work and hard effort. And I would argue that not a single one of those athletes accomplished what they've accomplished without a plan. In fact, most likely they had a plan, they had a dream, they have a goal, they probably have a goal board. They're setting up with their coaches, their mentors, their trainers, all of this surrounding group of people who are supporting them and helping them achieve their goal. This is no different, guys. Elify is providing you an opportunity. You need to lean in and really formulate the plan on what Elify is going to help you accomplish, and then let us support you in accomplishing that. And it truly is that simple. You know, if you've set that goal to maybe earn a few $1,000s a month every year passively coming in, and you want to work towards that, and maybe that was your year-long goal, by the end of this year you want to make an extra $2,000 or $3,000 a month, you know, we're halfway through the year. Are you at $1,500 a month yet? If you're not at $1,500 a month, how far are you from that milestone? Where are we breaking down our goals, and what are we doing each and every day to work towards those goals? Is it getting on the live events that Guy just talked about? Is it coming to one of the live events when we hold it in October, at the beginning of October? There's so much stuff that you can be doing. You need to step forward and put in the work to do it. Again, Guy, you mentioned all of those people that are at the top of their games, and we can think of those people. You pick any profession, any career, whether it's sports or anything in between, and we can think of those people who are the leaders in their field. And if we study the habits of those successful leaders, we're going to see these common themes, right? They've got a plan, they're executing their plan, they're setting goals, they know what needs to get done. They've created some amazing daily habits, weekly habits, and they're really more structured in how they're accomplishing things, and they're very focused, and they're constantly relentless in working towards that progress. So this is what we do every Monday. We are constantly relentless about coming on just to remind you to make your plan and to execute your plan. So with that being said, that's my goal for this call today, is to be that reminder and to let you know that you have people here to back you up and support you. You just need to tap into that. We've got a lot of events going on. I'm looking forward to Kathy's training tomorrow. That's 3 p.m. Central Time. Okay, so make sure you have that on your calendar, and all the other stuff we have going on this week. We'll have a lot more information being announced throughout calls and all of those stuff. So you're really going to want to plug in and engage this week. I look forward to seeing everybody on the next call. And this is the sprint planning, guys. Make your plan and then execute on that plan. Thanks, everybody. Talk soon. Bye-bye.